Hello and welcome everybody. Before we start, special thanks to my patrons. As usual, I'd like to give them credit. Thank you so much for your support. This is a replica set of Casino Royale Metal Slug ABS chips, and these are MSK plaques. These are actually, I got these for an interesting reason that maybe we'll talk about here. I mean, people have spotted it already. That we'll probably talk about here later on in the video. So let's talk about the chips first. Now, they have labels, not a true inlay, as you would expect with an ABS metal slugged chip. The design and colors are something that I like. They're a little bit different than maybe standard colors that you would expect to find in lots of Las Vegas casinos, but that has a lot to do with the romantic ideas behind James Bond. And it's funny how in today's politically correct society, James Bond, just that title causes some discussion about how you should drink and how you shouldn't drink, among other things politically, which we're not going to get into this video. If you happen to think that is a fun scene, I mean, remember, it's just a movie, right? So it's just an avant-garde representation of various other things. This is an interesting set. Now, denominations, 25 cent, notice the cent, dollar, notice the dollar sign, so no euros here, nothing, I wouldn't describe this as too versatile. 25 cent, $1, $5.25, 100, 5,000, 5,000, 20, 5,000, and 100,000, which matches the denomination on the lowest denomination plaque. So you can get rid of these if you want, and replace that with the 100,000 plaque, and then it moves up to the $500,000 plaque and the $1 million plaque, which are the ones that you would see in the movie, the red and the blue ones. So, interesting denominations. You'll notice that there is an edge spot progression. So it's a 3-color, actually it's 2-color, but a triple spot edge spot repeated 3 times. 1, 2, 3. On the 25, the 1, the 5, and then on the 25, they introduce the 4 triple edge spot. 2-color, triple edge spot. And then on the 100, it's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, something I want to bring up real quick while we're on these two chips. The 25, and this is a problem with some ABS plastic, is the green gets so dark, it looks black. But because the different edge spots and how the edge spots are so prolific on the 100, it's not too hard to tell these apart. I would say it's actually pretty hard. You'd have to be throwing these down, it'd be pretty easy to recognize which one is which. Just, to me, to my eye, that's just a little dark. But again, James Bond. And I don't like the 5 either. I like bright, bold, vivid reds. To me, this red screams $5 chip more than this. But hey, it's James Bond, all right? Give this fairy tale a little credit here. Some leniency. And this is one of my favorites. I like the bright color, the bright blue, the blurple, blue purple, whatever. And again, we're looking at 6. So the chip, they all have these 8 little crowns on the face of the chip, part of the mold. And then they do have this kind of interesting progression of the triple 2-color edge spot right here. Very interesting. You'll notice it goes back down to 3 edge spots, 4 edge spots, and again, 6. If I recall correctly, Casino Royale, is this the movie? I forget which one it was, but I think this is the movie where they introduce in film this idea. My hands, I just washed my hands, so they're pretty slick. This chip flick, which I'm having trouble doing today. It's more fun. It's more fun sometimes. I think it's more entertaining sometimes when I can't do something on camera than when I can. Either way, the villain, I believe, was doing that, among having some really interesting tells. But see, dry skin. See, I need to get some lotion on my fingers so I can be all sticky and do tricks. They are very interesting. Let's get some weights and measures here. Oh, they shuffle beautifully. They're not too slick. Let's actually have a look at flatness here. They're relatively flat. This is kind of what I expect from ABS chips. Remember, there's a big piece of metal in there, and how does temperature affect that? Not really sure. By the way, I paid for these with my own money. 16 cents a chip at Apache Poker Chips. I'll put I'm not sure if I'm... YouTube barks at me sometimes if I put too many things in the description. So Apache Poker Chips, you can look them up, or maybe I can put a comment or something in the comments below. Like I said, paid for them with my own money. Let's weigh these and see how they look. I'm expecting these to be 13.5. All right, that's an odd one. 14. That's interesting. Is that zeroed? 0 grams. All right. Usually these are, yeah, 13. See, that's what I'm expecting to see, right around 13 grams. So that's 1 gram different right there. All right. That's some character right there for you. 13. 13, very consistent. There's going to be somebody who's already hammering out a comment. It's 12.9, 12.8, it's not 13. When you're talking about 1/10 of a gram on a poker chip, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt there. Yeah, all right, so most of them are, that's weird, that one was 14. Is that, let's see if it still registers as 14 here. Yeah, that's a weird one. I like it. I got a double metal slug on this one. It's the same thickness as the others. Let's measure thickness while we're discussing it. All right, digital calipers, but they're metal. They're going to scratch up your chips. Well, I'm doing this so you don't have to. You're welcome. Hey, you're welcome. All right, let's see. Just slap those right there. So this is an average. It looks like there are 10 chips here, so we're expecting 3.3 millimeters. It's so hard to move a decimal place. What kind of person without an imagination came up with the metric system? How predictable. 3.37. 3.3. Yeah, so this is very much what I expect through normal poker chips. Around 3.3 millimeters. Like here's some real casino chips. These are a little bit worn, but I expect these to be about 3.3. Yeah, a little worn. 3.26 millimeters in thickness. Let's make sure we're still zeroed. Always got it. That's 0. You got to make sure everything comes back to 0. So, very much what we expect from Metal Slug ABS chips. As with the other Apache ABS chips that I've purchased in the past, there's no flashing on these. You can see very smooth edges. In the past, in other places, I think last time I bought some from various other places, the metals, they have some flashing, like from the molding process, where you get these sharp edges and flakes coming off of these, or of ABS chips. But these actually are very smooth. They've been pre-sanded and smoothed, so they look really good. I mean, very playable set. They feel good in hand. They feel good to shuffle, albeit a little bit heavier. A normal casino chip generally weighs about 9 to 10 grams, like a real casino chip. Yeah, see, this is 9. So coming in at 13 grams is a little bit more, but you have to be pretty, if you're really picky about it, you're going to know that, but does it really matter? I don't know. All right, so now we're getting into opinions, all right? like kind of at like the beginning with colors. Some people love the colors of these, some people don't. To me, everything is forgiven because this is a fantasy set, right? This is a replica of something that we see on TV. And I like Apache poker chips because they came out with the $100,000 plaque. Everybody's familiar, and it's just over the red and blue plaques and James Bond, those nice plaques, and they push them, the way that they play with them, they treat them like they're worth $1 million. Oh, probably because they are worth $1 million, but they treat them like they're made of gold, right? Or like crystal, and they're like very gentle. They're not like my kids who just are like throwing them around like frisbees. Whee! The plaques are very nice. They're MSK. You can see the texture right here. As far as flatness on MSK chips or plaques go, they're kind of what you expect with plaques. These happen to be very flat, but I wouldn't expect them to be super flat. And they do scratch because they are made out of plastic. Let's just face it. Ceramics have a little bit harder plastic. These happen to be some Tiki King plastics just for size comparison right here. Do you guys want measurements on the plaques? Why not? We're here. Let's measure the plaques. 81 millimeters in length. They are 56 in width, according to my measurements right here. Is that right? 56? Oh, about 57. So 56.9 something. And as far as thickness goes, let's do the edge. About 5 millimeters thick. Very nice. So I like the green ones more than the common red and blue ones, just because I like to be different, you know what I mean? So that's why I got these. Yeah, if I did get a set, I might go with, if I were to like build a set, I'd probably go with the red and blue. just because that's what my friends would be expecting, I guess. Which means I'd be playing with the huge denominations like they found in Casino Royale towards the end, right, where everybody's like running crazy. I really like this 500 though. Would I build a set with the idea of the see, it doesn't quite get to the plaques then unless we're in tournament mode. That's just a lot of denominations. So yeah, I'd probably stick to just these 3 and the plaques. Maybe I'd go with 1,000. You know, let me know your thoughts in the comments. How would you break this down? What chips would you get? What denominations would you get? Aside from the movie, we love these chips. This is a good set, regardless of the movie or not. Like plaques so matching plaques and chips. Are you kidding me? Super awesome. So this is something that I could totally play with. I like them. I don't love them. I'm not going to go out and buy some right now. But if I were looking for a good set, this is something I would genuinely consider. Good replica set here. Now, let's do a quick sound test and then let's play a hand. So if you guys have a deck at home, get it ready, start shuffling. We're going to play a hand. I'm going to compare these just to some different chips. ABS chips can sound pretty similar. They can also sound pretty different, but these are some Nevada Jack Skull ceramics. Very hard plastic, unlike the soft ABS. These are genuine casino chips, used casino chips from the retired Horseshoe Cincinnati. Is it Jack Cincinnati now? I forget. In person, they sound very different. The casino chips sound brighter. These actually sound very dull, but I'm not sure if my microphone's going to pick that up. Plaques. Don't have. That's how they sound. They sound like plastic. They're MSK plastic plaques. Now, let's grab some Copag. Here's the box right here. Copag. Actually, I have the lid right here. Copag. What is this? Oh, dear. Look, see, this is where my worlds collide. This is from my Ping golf tool to replace heads on my golf clubs. All right. So, I like Copag cards. I like plastic cards. These are PVC. I can smell them from here. I like plastic cards because you can do this weave shuffle. It's fun to do. And it works really well on film, makes life easy. So we're obviously not playing for anything. We're going to play some Hold'em. We're on YouTube. Come on, everybody could have like the exact same hand. How would that work out? Come on, folks, seriously. All right, should we play with Jane Doe up top here? Poker Chip Reviewer plays Ghost Lady. All right, let's get this show on the road. Normally I look at my cards. Do you normally look at your cards? I normally look at my cards, but not today. Breaking all sorts of rules today. Let's see if we can burn another one here. Look, where are my plaques? They got pushed off the screen. Okay, all right, okay. Commentary, anybody? Do you guys play with somebody who always makes commentary on the run out of the board? All right, okay. Well, guess who has the 3-7? Why do I run so badly, guys? What is going on here? Everybody, peoples. Look, 7-9. Look at that. Somebody's sitting on a boat. Jane Doe. I can't believe it. I'm losing to Phantom. Casino Royale secret agents. CIA over here. Hey, listen. Oh, by the way, if you do work for the CIA and you are giving away millions of dollars, unlike Daniel Craig, I promise I won't lose it all in one sitting. I'll lose it over the course of a year or two. All right, everybody. I'm excited to read your comment. As usual, thank you so much to all my patrons on Patreon. I really appreciate your support. As usual, if you would like to support this channel, you can visit me on Patreon or my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. My name is John Hobby.